Let's talk about books, baby. Let's talk about our OTPs. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things in chapter 3. Let's talk about books. 'Cause baby, all through the night I'll be reading you all night through.
Hey guys, it's Allie and welcome back to my channel. Today is Tag Tuesday, so I'm doing a tag for you guys. I just don't know which one yet. Tony Martinez Speed Paint. Okay, we'll watch it. Then I'll find a tag. Hang on. Oh, this one seems fantastic. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing the Reading Habits book tag. I don't think I've done this one before, but I'm too lazy to hold up books today, so we're gonna talk about me. Question number 1. Do you have a certain place at home for reading? Yes I do. Here, and sometimes here. Number 2, bookmark or a random piece of paper. I tend to use sticky notes most of the time, and then whenever I am done, I will put the sticky note in the back of the book, and then like if you go back through later on, you can tell how many times I've reread a book because of the amount of sticky notes in the back. However, I have been using just like normal bookmarks lately. I really like the magnetic ones that stick to the page, but I have been wearing mine down so much that they are just ripping and falling apart. So I'll probably go back to sticky notes. Number 3. Number 3, can you stop reading, or do you have to stop after a chapter or a certain amount of pages? For the most part, I can just stop reading whenever, like if I have to go do something or, you know, just don't feel like reading anymore, I can stop. However, most of the time I will try to push through to the end of the chapter, beginning of a new chapter, just because it is easier and I feel like I have kind of left it off at a pretty good point. Number 4, do you eat or drink while reading? I tend to get coffee in the morning, hot tea throughout the day, and I will drink that while I am reading. I do snack a good bit, mostly just like candy bars and Little Debbie cakes and stuff like that. I don't ever eat like a full meal while I'm eating because that's just too much effort to be doing too many things with my hands. Number 5, multitasking. Do you listen to music or watch TV while reading? Sometimes I will put on the TV in the background, but I'll have it on mute, or I'll have it on like some cartoon kind of deal. That's if I'm really not that interested in the book that I'm reading. However, almost always I am listening to music kind of deal. I'll turn on music, but I'll turn it on really low just to kind of have something in the background. I've been reading the Raven Cycle recently, and I have a full Raven Cycle playlist that I made, and I have been listening to it non-stop while I've been reading the series, so I just feel like it helps me get into the mood and it really puts me into place a lot better. Number 6, one book at a time or several at once. I am definitely a one book at a time person. I will just confuse too much things, or I find that I just really invest myself in one book. If I move on to more than one book, I don't feel as invested in the books that I'm reading. I am reading kind of more than one book at all times because there are books that I will just stop reading and I'll come back to later, but for the most part all my focus goes into one book at a time. Number 7, reading at home or everywhere. I will read wherever. Do you hear it? My team, she's a squealing for me. Side question for you guys, what's your favorite kind of tea? I'm really into peppermint tea. I can't remember the brand of it, but I've been loving this. Do you see how hot this is? Like, can you see the steam rising off of this? There's no way I'm gonna be able to drink this currently. Cheers to the freaking Tuesday. Yeah. Oh god, my tongue. Oh crap. What question was I on? Oh, reading at home or everywhere. I am everywhere. Like, I can literally read everywhere. My favorite place to read is in the car. I'll read at home. I love to read outside. I will read at work. It doesn't matter to me. Number 8, reading out loud or silently in your head. I don't think I've ever read out loud. Sometimes I'll read lines out loud if I really like them, but I don't even know if I know anyone that like reads out loud. Number 9, do you read ahead or even skip pages? Depends. Almost all the time, I will read ahead. Sometimes I'll even read the end of a book before I read the beginning. This isn't necessarily to spoil myself. I mean, sometimes it happens, but just reading like the last 2 pages don't give away enough to really tell me from the beginning what happens. This is more of a motivator for me to get to that point because I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? How did this happen? How do we get from point A to point B? So it's more of a motivator than it is like necessarily trying to find spoilers, but I am a big person to spoil myself. I will spoil myself. That is also a big motivator for me. Most of the time I can predict things and I just check ahead to see if I'm right. Sometimes I will skip pages, but very rarely. There has only been one instance and I felt so bad about it, like the book was gonna give a shit, that I went back and read them later on. And the only time this happened was Heir of Fire, I believe, by Sarah J. Maas, when Manon was first introduced. Manon, whatever her name is. When she was first introduced, I hated her point of view and her character, and now she is my queen. So, number 10, breaking the spine or keeping it like new. Definitely keeping it like new. I have several paperback versions of books that I refuse to read because I'm terrified of breaking the spine on them. I do have 3 hardbacks that I've read to the point where the book has like fallen out of the spine, and that is just really depressing to me. Number 11, do you write in your books? And no, I do not. I will buy a second copy to write in. I know that sounds so snobby. If I am doing something scholarly in a book, I will buy a second copy, and most of the time it's like a thrift find, or I'll find it really cheap on Amazon for a few cents. It's not anything that I will go out and buy like a brand new book for. Very rarely do I write in books, and they're usually the classics. I don't write in any of my YA books. I'll write on a sticky note and put it in there. I won't write in the book. And number 12, who do you tag? You guys know I don't tag people. Just whoever the hell wants to do this, just do it, okay? Hope that you guys have liked this video and learned a few things about me. Don't forget to subscribe if you to see me struggle through words. Don't forget to subscribe to see future Tag Tuesday videos from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.